Hi, and welcome to the MyMetrics report download tool. My name is Brennan Webb, and I'm the creator of this tool. And we're going to take just a few minutes to go through how this tool works and some of the functionality, some of the idea behind it and the functionality of it. So let's go ahead and get started. What you'll see on the screen here is you will see kind of the user interface, the beginning point for when you open up your version. You're going to see some example reports here with some data points there. You're also going to see over here you're going to see your dates. I've just shortened these names from month, from year, to month, and to year. Also, the email address field will be blank. Whenever you first open your version, it will prompt you to enter in your email address and it will save it. So that will be a one-time event for you whenever you first open up the tool. You'll see also down here that there's a show browser click control, checkbox control there. We'll find out what that means here in just a bit. And then there is a run button. As for the down here, as for the actual tabs in the Excel tool itself, you'll see that there is a guide that will give you some direction just in case you don't want to watch the video tutorial again. This will give you some direction on how to set some things up. I would highly recommend that you make sure that you execute on number one here, which is preparing the Internet Explorer. If you don't do that, the tool will not work at all. Obviously, you see here, and if you're watching this video, you are more than likely have clicked on this button and you're seeing the tutorial. Also, there are some things that you'll need to do in order to prepare Excel. So let's do this real quick because we're going to focus mainly on this number 2 here on how to prepare Excel. I'm assuming that you have already prepared your Internet Explorer settings. Now let's go ahead and prepare the Excel document for automating the download process from MyMetrics. So what I'm going to do is we'll go back to our controls because this is the way that you will find it whenever you open up your version. So let's go ahead and close that down. We will come back. I'm going to open it up again, just like if you were going to open up your version. And as it opens, it's running a little bit of script in the background. It's going to check and see if the version of Excel is 2010 or greater, which if it's less than 2010, you will be told that it's an incompatible version of Excel. It may work, but I'm really the industry standard now is 2010. So if you don't have that, you need to download that version from Easy. So we're going to go ahead and hit OK. And this is going to go out and check the web for a new version of this tool if there's been one released. And so it's doing that now. And hopefully here, yep, just as I predicted, the version is up to date, and your version may say that it needs to be updated. So depending on when you receive this file, you'll be prompted at the first use to enter in your email address. So I'm going to go ahead and punch in my email address here and hit OK. Now what that'll do is that'll save the report, or it may prompt you to save the report. If you've opened this directly from an email, it may prompt you to save the report if you haven't already saved it locally to your machine. That's the best way to run it, is not from like a FTP server, or to run it from just continually opening an email. Go ahead and save it and download it to your desktop or wherever is convenient for you. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go over to this report column here, and you're going to set up the names of your reports. Now I've just put in here report 1. Maybe the name of your report is TC accessories. Maybe it's rep activations or something like that. Whatever you want to put in there, you can name the report whatever you want. The next thing to do is to go and actually drop in, copy and paste in your favorite. And it's very important that you do not use a temporal MyMetric link. You want to use a favorite MyMetrics link. So drop that in there, copy and paste, put it in there, and continue to go to the corresponding report name, obviously. The next thing that you want to do is you're going to want to set the path, what folder do you want this report to go to. So what we will do is you will find, so for this one, I've got this one set to a folder that is on my desktop that's named TC Quintile Scorecard. So if I want to, and whenever I go to click on manual run and I run this report, you're going to see that once it goes to this link and it downloads the corresponding information, it's going to drop it into this file path here, this folder. You'll notice that this is actually the full file path right here, the actual file path. I'm running out a little bit of space here, so I had to cut that off a little bit, but you can still see that this field completes automatically. There's no need to fill in this field. So really the only ones that require manual input one time are these three fields right here: the reports, the links, and the paths. What will happen is as you work through, as you go ahead and click on your manual run, and before we do that, we do want to make sure whatever these dates are in here, you'll notice that this is a drop-down list box right here. Go ahead and select your month. This is a very special format, so make sure you don't just type in whatever you want in this field. There's some spaces and characters in there that MyMetrics website requires as this tool interfaces with that. So make sure you use the drop-down boxes when you select. Lastly, you will want to choose whether or not you want to actually see the browser in process. For this demonstration, we are going to go ahead and choose yes, do show the browser. We want to let it be visible while we're importing these reports. So make sure you have your dates. You don't have to worry about these fields right here. If they're cleaned out or if they have data in it, it doesn't matter because it's going to all get overwritten anyways. So what we want to do now is we're going to go ahead and click on manual run. And it's going to prompt us this following prompt. The following process will close all browser windows. So if you have an Internet Explorer, now this does not apply to any other browser but Internet Explorer, but if you have an Internet Explorer browser open and you're working on something, you need to make sure you save it before you hit OK, because it's going to close down everything to do with Internet Explorer. So let's go ahead and hit OK. And the first thing it's going to prompt you for, and it'll only prompt you one time during this whole session. Now, while we're at this phase, I want to point out that you can have an infinite amount of links. There's no end to how many links you can have for this tool. So let's if you want to add a link, all you have to do is just drag this table. This is constructed as a table. Just continue to keep adding data across these rows and drag it down however you see fit for as many links as you want. Currently right now I think there's enough room there for 25 links, so hopefully that'll give you enough room to work with. But we're going to go ahead and put in our user ID and our password. Now the next thing you're going to see is going to come up with a stop automation, and you can continue if you have something that you just need to stop while you're going through this process. Just click on that stop button there. That is A-OK. And as you can see, the browser here is working automatically. You can see I'm not clicking on anything. So Excel is interfacing with all of the commands necessary for in order for us to download. So one thing you may not have noticed in that save process there is that if you notice, it is saving it automatically to that path. You need to ensure that your path also ends in that /. If it doesn't end in the /, then it will error out. So notice here it's going to go ahead and automatically put in that path, and it's clicking all the appropriate buttons for us. Also notice this. You can see the timestamps from an earlier test run. Notice that all the timestamps are current. So we've got 4:39. For those two reports that have already downloaded, that took just less than a minute for those to download. So we're going to continue with the demonstration here, and you can see exactly what happens here. Another thing that you'll notice is that up here in these fields, it's going to start filling in the actual file paths. Now, the reason why I'm showing you this the full process for these 5 test reports here is because I want you to notice that some of these reports take longer depending on how big the file size is from the MyMetrics website. If it's a larger report, something that's maybe, say, national level down to a rep or store level, it may take a little bit longer for the automated process to run. Okay, so this report is getting close to finalizing here, and I'll show you a few things as it finalizes because it will happen very quickly. Saving the last one as we speak. All right, notice something's about to happen. The Excel application is going to close that workbook automatically. It's saved everything. And notice what appears on the screen. There's going to be an emailed to yourself, as long as you have Outlook open at the time, that it will email you the actual data of the report. So for example, this would be a really nice thing. Let's say you've got 10 or 15 different reports to download. You can go ahead and get a process started, maybe go to lunch, maybe go grab a cup of coffee or something like that and come back, and you'll be notified by email whenever the process is complete. We are working on a different version that will allow you to run this based on a timed or task scheduler event, and hope to have that out released soon as well. So anyways, guys, I hope this tutorial has helped you out, and if you have any questions, you can contact me directly. So guys, thanks for watching this video, and look forward to see what the future holds. See you later.